Hi everyone, it's Gio and we're here for another Nutrition Kitchen. I'm so excited to be here. This is a live cooking segment, so if you want to write your name so I can say hi, ask some questions. I love answering questions, especially when it comes to kitchen related stuff. And we're gonna get started. So, what are we making today? This is the holiday edition, next 2 weeks holiday edition. And today we're doing beautiful recipes for you to put on a holiday board. I know we all love a nice board, but because we're the Brooke Burke Body community, we want to keep it fresh, fit, and delicious. So it's going to be fit friendly. So we are going to start today by making a whipped ricotta spread. And ricotta is filled with protein. This recipe has healthy fats, it has flavor, it's going to be delicious. The next recipe we're going to do are stuffed mushrooms without breadcrumbs. I know in Italy that's considered a sin, but we're going to make it work for our needs this holiday and we're not going to sacrifice flavor. And the third one of my favorite snacks, it's a roasted chickpea that you'll get to throw on boards or put in salads, and anytime you're hungry, you can pop one in and everyone's satisfied. So we're gonna get started. I want to share with you guys one thing before we start. I should have had that out, but you know how it goes in the kitchen. We're all so busy. I'm the author of The Chef of Greenwich Village, and this is a book about my father and our New York City restaurants. I'm offering the BB Body community 50% off, coupon code BBBody. Just go to thechefsdaughter.nyc. Perfect Christmas gift. So much of my cooking inspiration comes from this book and all the techniques in the back. Shall we get started? Let's do it. Okay, whipped ricotta. What I love about ricotta, I don't know if you know this, but it has whey protein in that. Whey protein supports muscle recovery. So this is really a beautiful dish, a beautiful recipe to have after a workout. If you want to spread it on some toast or a wrap, it makes a beautiful spread. So we're going to make some today. We're also going to double purpose this. Excuse me. We're going to use that also in our stuffed mushroom recipe. So I have a food processor that we're going to use. Make sure your blade is in. And I'm just going to add the whipped ricotta to the food processor. This is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets. I use this for so many things. And I'm just going to pop it in there. So this is almost it's not 2 cups, but almost 2 cups. Okay, so we're going to add some beautiful whipped ricotta. So nice, so clean. I'm using one from Italy. It's whole milk, double cream, called Galbani. Not afraid of whole milk here. Okay, that's done. Now, we're going to start adding our healthy fat to this. I'm going to do about 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to use the same spoon, why not? 4 spoons. You can eye it, but I'm doing this for the purpose of this recipe. So if you're only making 1 cup, you do 1 to 2 tablespoons. I love olive oil. I think it's liquid gold. Okay, what else are we going to add to this? We are going to add some salt, and I'm going to do a coarse sea salt because I'm going to blend it. Check that out, Sicilian sea salt. Pour it right in there, and some freshly ground pepper. And then we're going to whip this up, okay? So stay tuned. We have some people in the chat box. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hi, Heather. Hi, Rick. Brooke is here. Hello, Brooke. Hi, Kathy. Ricotta has whey protein. Learning. It sure does. You can chat GPT it just to fact check me. Okay, so once we come to our food processor, it's really easy, but you just have to click it like this. Make sure it's plugged in. Otherwise, it won't work. Hold on. Okay, just need to wipe my hands, guys. See, if we were in a professional TV kitchen, you don't see this stuff, but we're in my home kitchen and hands get slimy. So we clean them as we go along. All right, now put on your cover. Your food processor won't work if you don't do this properly. So you want to make sure it's all locked in. Once you get that, we're going to whip it up for about 30 seconds. Time to do some air squats while we do it. We don't waste any time. I'm gonna do about 15. I'm kidding, just 10. That's enough time to know the ricotta's whipped. 5, 4, 3, 2. I know I'm ridiculous. And off. But why not use those little moments to get some extra cardio bursts in? So now carefully remove your blade. And there's so much good stuff on this blade. Okay? I'm gonna taste it. Oh God, that is so good. I know we love butter, but I'm a big fan of toasted bread and ricotta. And if you go to some good Italian restaurants, you will see that on their tables, okay? Sorry, I'm just dealing with the little camera here. Oh, my iPhone doesn't want to record. I'm recording on an iPhone. It's too full. Heart rate is pounding. I don't know if it's the ricotta or the jump squats. It's one of the two. So here's my little ricotta bowl, okay? Because we're not going to give everybody too much ricotta. I want to save this. So you're going to just put this into your bowl, and I'm going to show you how we top this off. Look how pretty this is. It looks like vanilla ice cream. It's better than vanilla ice cream. You guys know that if you make cheesecake, I love ricotta cheesecake. It's in my cookbook. It's lighter. It's healthier. They say cheesecake is the unhealthiest dessert. Did you know that? Dark chocolate's the healthiest. Cheesecake is the unhealthiest. However, the way the Italians do it with ricotta, it's not so unhealthy. I'm saving the rest of this for our stuffed mushrooms. But look at this. Now watch. This is beautiful as it is. I believe in taking things a little next level. So watch how we're going to do this. Okay? Here's my ricotta. You guys can all see that. Watch what we're going to do. Ready for some next level magic? It's like the workout. We elevate, we sizzle it. Here's the sizzle. We take some coarse sea salt, just a little bit, just a drop, not too much, okay? We're going to take not a lot, but a little bit of honey. This is a local honey that we got. Just a little bit, drizzle it on top. Why am I doing honey? It's going to add a natural sweetness to it. But because I like to play with flavor, and you don't have to do all this. This is just me playing. You've got to have fun in the kitchen. I found that I brought this home from Italy. This is not just truffle oil. It is white truffle oil. White truffle oil is nutty. It comes from the region of Italy called Piemonte, and it's going to add a beautiful contrast. That's why I like to play with the honey. Sweet, and now I'm adding a nut. Let me turn off this ringer. And by the way, I'm eyeing this because you don't want to do too much. It is so powerful. Basta così, that means enough. So powerful that if you were to use too much, the truffle then it upstages the ricotta. We don't want to do that. We want to complement. Now I'm going to take a lemon. Why? That's nutty, that's sweet. I want to add a little bit of freshness. Okay, so some lemon zest is going to do just that. This is so pretty. It looks like a dessert. It is a dessert. It's my dessert. It's the perfect post-workout. I worked out hard with some of you today in GioLux. So I eat like this without apologies, meaning we get to play. And then finally, some more good fat, pistachio nuts. I toasted them and I chopped them. Look how pretty this is. Okay. Now you could do a much bigger bowl than I'm doing, but I just want you guys to see the magic of all this. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? There is a healthy ricotta cheesecake? Yes, there is. You can make a ricotta cheesecake with just a few ingredients. My dad does it as a cake, and I guess you would say it's a little unhealthier, but I can show you guys. Would you guys like to see that one day? A healthier ricotta cheesecake? We're going to go on Instagram because there's an Instagram doctor who says cheesecake is the unhealthiest dessert. Totally agree. The way Americans do it, but if you do it like this, we are going to be doing muscle recovery and having our cheesecake. We can do both, guys. So here we go. My ricotta. Now watch. We're creating a board today, and we're going to taste this afterwards, but I want to show you how the board starts. If I was having a lot of company, this would be much bigger. This is the beginning of my board. We're going to add to that. Our stuffed mushrooms are going to go here, our roasted chickpeas. I'm going to show you this. It looks like a cracker. It sounds like a cracker. Actually, I have to try it already. I introduced the beautiful Brooke Burke to this. These are protein crackers. I'm going to show you. They're called Ella's Flats. 8 grams of protein. Okay, 8 grams of protein, only 4 grams of carbohydrates in 3 of them. So you're getting extra protein with this. I don't work for this company. I don't make money from it, but they're called Ella's Flats. And I'm also doing, you don't want that, you can just do crudité. I have cucumbers. I don't have the rest today, but I would do carrots. I would do endive, radicchio, fennel, and look at that, ricotta. I could eat that by the spoon. So we're gonna leave this over to the side because I want us to do our next recipe. But did you see how easy that was? If you serve that to your guests, they're gonna be like, wow, they really will. So I need to save this, and I need to save this. You know what? I'm gonna save the pistachio nuts too. I have so much. I'm gonna put this to the side, and let's get into stuffed mushrooms, okay? Stuffed mushrooms are so good for us. Mushrooms are low in calories. You guys know that? They have so many nutritional benefits. I want you to see how filthy they are, okay? Look, when you get this stuff, so a lot of people, look at that, it's dirty. It's like celery. And you don't want to run mushrooms under the water. So I'm going to show you how I clean them. I take a damp cloth. So let's do this properly here. I'm going to put another paper towel underneath to catch any dirt. Okay, so you take a damp cloth to clean your mushrooms. And by the way, they are dirty. So you want to make sure you do this. Why am I not putting it under aggressive water? And I've seen people do that. Yeah, it saves you time. You're stripping them. You're stripping them. They're delicate. See how I handle my mushroom with care? The way we cook is how we make love. I'm just kidding. No, I'm really not. So you want to handle your produce with care. You don't want to like under the water. It will destroy the integrity of this gorgeous mushroom. So you want to clean it just like that. And it doesn't take much. See how quick this is? I know I'm talking very fast, sort of like GioLux. I get so excited to be here with you guys. I dream about our nutrition kitchen all week because I love cooking and I love flavor and I love sharing this with you. But learn how to do mushrooms the right way. You would never see a chef. That's a little dirty, so I have another one. You would never see a chef put mushrooms underwater. It's like a sin. Did I teach you something? Did anyone ever clean their mushrooms this way? Some of you might say it takes longer to do it this way. I'm going to argue that it takes longer to clean it under the sink because number one, you're not accurate that way. You're not seeing every mushroom and really looking at it the way I am to see if there's dirt. And also, you have to dry them. You don't want to cook like wet mushrooms. This way, I'm just dampening it. So it's not soaking your mushrooms. They're all clean. Look at that. Easy. Remember my paper towel technique. You put a paper towel underneath. It doesn't ruin your cutting board. And we're set to go. All right. See these little stems? We're going to use them. Take them off. This will add some natural, how do I want to describe this? You know how the breadcrumbs add a little weight? The stems will add a natural weight. So many people throw this out. I don't know why. The stems are delicious. Artichoke stems, mushroom stems. I don't throw any of them out. And then look, see this? These are our little pockets. I'm actually going to stick these in the oven without the stuffing because my oven's broken. It's not broken. It makes a sound and I don't want you guys to have to hear that sound. So I'm just going to pop the mushrooms under my broiler for a minute or two before I stuff them. Normally I would bake these for the purpose of time and so that you don't have to hear my kitchen stove. I promise to fix that for you in the new year. I just put a little olive oil. I'm going to put this in, okay? I'm going to put this in just for a little while and show you what we're going to do. We're going to take these stems. Can anyone hire somebody for me to get this oven? It's a brand new oven, brand new. And from the moment we got it, it makes this horrific noise that I won't subject you to. I do bake with it, and I'm just so used to the noise. I just can't allow you guys to hear that. Take your stems, and there's no fancy way to do this. You're going to dice them, okay? Just like this. We're going to cook them. We're going to saute them with some olive oil. and try to get them as fine as possible. Natural breadcrumbs here, okay? Oh, you do your mushrooms the same way. Kathy, you're Italian. Where are you from? You're going to Wegmans. Are you from upstate New York? I don't know if Wegmans has them. If Wegmans doesn't have the Ella crackers, they might. I noticed Whole Foods started carrying them, but Amazon does. And Amazon will deliver it to you. And, you know, it's really great because I have those with some boiled eggs, some avocado, trying to cut back on the carbs because I eat a lot of pasta. So if I can cut back on carbs in other ways and get extra seeds and protein, I'm all for it. Okay, see this? Just a little more. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna take some garlic. I already diced it. It's 1 garlic. I'm gonna stick it in this pan and I'm gonna get some olive oil in this pan. Don't you hate here when the garlic sticks? It's part of cooking. Liquid gold, I'm not afraid of how much I use. I want enough to coat my pan. Put it on the flame, get that a little sauteed. Remember, you don't want burnt garlic. What else do we have here? I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you. Zucchini. We cut off the ends. You can save this for a stock later on. Watch, I don't mind that the mushroom stem is still on my knife because they're all gonna be mixed together. We're gonna dice it. When you do it, you cut it in half and then you cut it into these little strips, just like this, okay? Easy peasy, nothing fancy here. Okay, line it up, and we'll make it nice and easy. And zucchini, by the way, is an excellent vegetable. I love zucchini. We're actually making a leek zucchini soup as one of our recipes next week, and it has something we need in our diet that I don't hear people talking about enough. We're all talking about protein. We can never forget about fiber. So did you see how I have my hand down on the zucchini when I do that move? If you don't, you're gonna cut yourself. Put these together like this and watch. Look how quickly we dice that. See that? In seconds. Garlic cooks so fast, so lower the heat. I'm gonna do the same thing here. See what I did? I lined them up. I'm not doing it perfect because I don't do anything perfect. If I did everything perfect in life, I wouldn't get anything done. But I do keep my hand flat on the vegetable and I just slide through it with my knife. That's how I can get a really good dice. Okay? Perfect? No. I don't want perfect. I like rustic in my kitchen. We'll save the perfect for the French. The French, they do everything perfect in culinary school. Okay, so now I have this mixture. It's ready to be added to this pan. Look, just like that. Smells so good. Both of these will get smaller, zucchini and the mushrooms. We're gonna add a little salt. I'm gonna put it on higher now. A little salt. I'm gonna use Brooke's black Hawaiian salt, some ground pepper. Northern Virginia, worked in New York City for years, not Italian, but obsessed with cooking. I love that, Kathy. Some pepper. It smells so good. I better take my mushrooms out. I totally forgot about them. Why did you guys not tell me? They're under the broiler. Next time, tell me. Oh boy. They're actually perfect, see? And yes, I line it with parchment paper. Why? Because the parchment paper allows me to not have them stick to the pan and a lot less mess. Yes, rustic, not the P word. Perfect. Yeah, Heather knows. Heather, you know, Heather. All right, in the meantime, we're going to take some pecorino. I love pecorino. It is such a good cheese. It's sharp. It's a little sharper than Parmigiano Reggiano, and I'm gonna grate a bunch of this into my bowl. Don't be afraid. This is such a good cheese. Get a good quality Pecorino Romano cheese. If you really want good combination of cheese in your sauces, I always combine Parmigiano and Pecorino. Pecorino is from the south of Italy. Parmigiano is from the north, and I'm both northern and southern Italian, so probably why I like both, but a lot of Italians will do this. I'm gonna take fresh parsley, coarsely chopped. I'm gonna stick it right in here, okay? Now the pecorino already has so much salt. I'm also gonna add this ricotta because we don't waste anything, and because I made this, why not? Let's add that right in here. Look how beautiful. How are we doing, everybody? Are you enjoying this? Mix it around a little bit. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It smells amazing in my kitchen. I'm gonna let it cook up a little more, but the good news is it's also gonna cook in my mushrooms. About a minute or two. Okay, and I'm gonna mix it all here together. Did you see how easy that is? Did you see how we don't waste? How we utilize the stem? Did you see how we clean the mushroom with care? We're not taking water underneath, and so far, everything is really, really healthy. Liquid gold olive oil, pepper, salt. Thank you so much. I heard the BB Body team telling me it looks delicious. Guess what? It smells even more delicious. Let's check on it. I'm going to show you guys one more minute. I'm going to get it on high. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And as you can see, this is also something, if you wanted to add more of like a meal to this, you could take the same combination and use it in peppers. You could fill it in eggplant. My husband asked me to get him ground turkey, and I'm going to make another batch for him, and I'm going to add ground turkey to that. And now I've added more protein. You could add beef, and you can play. You don't want to do ricotta? You don't have to. You want to add a little breadcrumbs? Do it. Go for it. There's so much play. There's so much freedom you have here. But I do this as a mere suggestion. I'm also going to add some pistachio nuts to mine. And they're going to taste so good because they're going to get toasted in there. So I don't know if you've ever had toasted pistachio nuts. When I was in Rome, they put pistachio nuts chopped like this into their meatballs. It is absolutely decadent. There's a restaurant, you all need to go there. It's called Dilla, D-I-L-L-A, by the Spanish Steps. Look it up. Their meatballs with the pistachio have inspired this for me. Okay, so now we're just gonna take this. You hear that sizzle? Pour it right in there. Beautiful. It's wonderful. Now we're going to mix this all together. And we're gonna get a nice stuffing. The flavor, see now when it mixes with the ricotta, oh goodness, it becomes like such a whole nother level. It's so good, it's so good. I wanna taste it even before I put it in my mushroom, just to see how this filling is on its own. So good. It really is, this is beautiful. Protein packed, full of good fats. Okay, I almost grabbed this with my bare hand. That wouldn't have been good. Now we're gonna fill this into our mushroom caps, and then we're gonna get right on to the next recipe. And I'm gonna allow you guys to go on with your Thursdays. I love spending Thursdays with you on the mat, in the kitchen. You just stuff it just like that. See how beautiful that is? Place it down gently. Oh my goodness, Brooke Burke, I wish you were here with me to enjoy these. Brooke loves to eat. That's what I love about Brooke. She really appreciates food. We bonded over food, didn't we, Brooke? That's how we became friends. It was all over a bowl of pasta. Okay, so you're stuffing this right in there. It's so delicious. I hope you guys consider making this for the holidays. Your family will love you. And we just have one more recipe before we put our board, and it's super easy and very time efficient. If you give this to somebody as an appetizer, they're gonna fall in love. They really will. It's better than a Christmas gift. It's the gift of flavor. Let me get rid of this. Okay, just a little more. I know what I'm having for dinner tonight and lunch. And see, I love that the parsley is rustic and it sticks out and gives it some color. Otherwise, they're just brown, right? Brown and white. So the green zucchini, the golden olive oil. What else could you have thrown in here? Why not? You could have added some tomatoes. I'm not gonna say no to that, but I wanted to keep things simple because I think Italian cooking is so special because as you see, we use very few ingredients. Now, if you're hosting for the holiday, you might have 2 or 3 more trays of that, and that's okay. Do that. We're gonna pop this in the oven. Since mine is not being baked and it's being broiled, I'm gonna watch the time. Please help me out here this time. Let's not burn it. Yes, food is our love language, Brookie. All right, we're gonna pop this in the oven. If I do this properly, this should be a little broiled on top. And I'll show you what I add at the end. But remember, there's pistachio nuts in here. This is gonna give it a crunch. So I want you to try this. If you don't like pistachio nuts, walnuts, pine nuts, almonds would do good. Don't let me forget about those. I'm a little phony baloney sometimes, I forget. Okay, last bit. I love using these for chickpeas. They're cast iron and I'm doing double because my whole can. Do I think that we should use canned chickpeas? Look, I'm not gonna tell anyone you do. I would prefer to make my chickpeas naturally the night before. But guys, I taught you GeoLux and life gets busy. So canned is fine. Just make sure you rinse them and I want you to see how dry these are. If you're not getting them crispy, it's because you're rinsing them and then you're sticking them in a pan. They need to dry in order to crisp up. So this is a very simple, very nice recipe. And we're gonna do it in seconds, okay? I'm just gonna take some olive oil, drizzle it over my chickpeas, not too much because I don't wanna get them too liquidy, okay? I'm gonna take some paprika. How much? Just enough. Don't get too worried about numbers. You eye it, you feel it. This is some garlic sesame, okay? It's got a little salt on it too, so I don't have to go nuts with the salt. And don't do coarse sea salt, it will burn. Let's do a fine sea salt when we do this. Calabrian chili, If you guys like chili, get Calabrian chili. It's even better. So we're gonna spice this up. We're gonna put a little salt. I said not coarse. Coarse will burn. Let's do fine. See all those little, and not too much, not too much, not too much. I like a little cracked pepper on top, just a little bit. Just a little bit. This goes in the oven. It's not going to take long. And you want to shake your chickpeas throughout, so I'm going to try to remember to do that. Our mushrooms are cooking. Our chickpeas are in there. Ooh, it is getting hot in this kitchen. Do I have any questions? I'm going to show you our final board once this all comes out. These are great too, these trays, because I mise en place on them and then I also serve on them, and it just makes cleanup so easy. But if anyone has any questions about anything they saw in the kitchen today, I would love to hear about it. You can write them down right now. And next week, we're doing 3 recipes. We're doing a leek zucchini soup. I'm going to teach you how to make it, and then you can batch cook it, meaning freeze parts of it. That will save you when you're doing that quick workout and you have a quick run. You grab it from the freezer and you just heat it up, okay? So I love doing that with soups. They're so healthy. It's getting colder. Perfect time of year to get a whole bowl of nutrients. We're also going to be doing a chicken thigh recipe that's going to be filled with Mediterranean flavors. And I believe I have a dessert on there. I have to look. You guys should look on the app and tell me, because my brain's not working today. But I'm gonna just go in the oven now and shake my chickpeas, okay? That's the key with chickpeas. If you want them to roast, you wanna shake them. So shake it like you're shaking your booty on a Saturday night. I know you guys are shaking your booty on a Saturday night. And then we're gonna clean up and manja and eat. None of you have any questions for me. Heather just said I'm awful in the kitchen. I don't believe that. I love food. If you love food, you're not awful in the kitchen. You probably just need a little confidence. It's like everything else in life. There's no secrets here. Really, there's not. It's technique, and it's also a willingness. You don't need to cut like a chef. Believe me, my cuts could be a lot better. You should see my father cut an onion. And I used to allow that to make me fear the kitchen. Like, look how good my father can cut and dice an onion. I want him to come on here in seconds, perfection. But it's because he does it every day. So once you let go of perfection, the food, it's just food, right? It's just food. And if you put love into it and you're excited, the food feels that. So I don't believe you're terrible in the kitchen, Heather. No way. Pamela, you love, love, love food. I love you. I love people. Julia Child says this. She says, I love people who love food. I'm with Julia. Question, are these yummy recipes saved in the app's carousel? The videos are. And if you guys would like, I could print out the recipes for our beautiful Faye, who runs our app, and she can put that on the recipes if there's enough of you who want that. I'd love to give that. Next week's menu is leek and zucchini soup. Thank you. Sicilian herb roasted chicken. And I think there's one more. Am I right? Oh my goodness, Rick Sugarman's here. Hello, Rick. We can do a little tree pose for you while we wait. Okay, I think the mushrooms might be good. I'm gonna shake the chickpeas again. It is so hot. Yeah, the mushrooms are fantastic. Wow, 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 wow. I don't want the chickpeas to burn. Look at this. Okay, I want you guys to see this. This is perfection. Look, see how they're browned? Look at that. They're amazing. I want to put them on this board. They're amazing. Wow, you guys did that because sometimes I mess that up. Sometimes if you leave things in a broiler too long, you can really mess it up. So now we're gonna add this to our little appetizer plate. When you're plating, guys, I'm just gonna put 3. Did you know odd numbers do better with plating? So that's why sometimes people get mad if there's 6 at a restaurant and they order an appetizer and only 5 comes out. That's a little culinary technique. If I just did 2 or 4, it doesn't give the same allure. So odd numbers, 1, 3. And this is gonna look cool with the chickpeas, but because we eat with our eyes first, we do a lot of things with our eyes first. I feel like we need a little color, do you? A little color. So this is what I'm gonna do. If I had a board and I'm doing this last minute, I'm throwing on just scattered, just a few tomatoes. Okay, it makes sense because I could put these into my ricotta. Do you see how this just adds a little bit of something? And then I'm gonna put some of my chickpeas. And check this out. This would not be for like 20 people. If it did, you should see the boards I have. But if I have Brooke and a few of my girlfriends coming over, this is the perfect size. And then once they eat a mushroom, I want to keep it hot, I'd add a few more, okay? Composition asks for odd numbers. I went to the store for this, but still need to get some ingredients you have here. Okay, Pamela, I'd love to give you the recipes. And this ricotta spread is so good. We're going to enjoy it. Right now, I just want to make sure I don't burn the chickpeas. And look at that. Look at that. Guys, today worked out really well. They're good. They could be better. Hang on. Let's keep them in there just a little longer. As we let I want them to be crunchy. They're not quite there yet. So let's enjoy this spread. Don't you hate watching people make things and they don't eat it? So I'm going to take a beautiful cucumber. This could be done with anything. Carrot. You take the ricotta on it. The pistachio nuts, the lemon zest, the truffle oil, the honey. This is so good. Wow. Honestly, I'm not saying this because I created this, because I created the honey and the truffle, and it's because I'm not afraid to play. I'm not gonna lie, I never tried that combination until today. And you have to be a little risk taker in the kitchen. Sometimes when you say, oh my God, I have truffle oil, that's gonna actually go well with the sweetness of the honey. That's where magic gets created. So please don't be afraid, because this is a standard thing with ricotta. You get a say on what it looks like. Pistachio nuts, honey, olive oil, lemon zest, truffle oil. So good. Oh my God, it's so good. Dip a cracker. We don't have to be afraid. It's a protein cracker. Gluten-free, grain-free, paleo, vegan, keto. That's how I eat it, with the boiled eggs and the avocado. And listen to the crunch. So good. Let's check on the chickpeas and call this a day. Yes, we're there. They're popping like popcorn. Okay, see that? Roasted chickpeas. turn off my broiler because I have another one in there. I want to be careful. This is very hot. It's cast iron, which I like. So this I would add to salads. I would add this to a board like this so people can just grab them. I loosely would put them on there. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's put this down. And here we have it, my friends. We're going to call this a BB Body holiday board, okay, by Gio. Because this is a perfect board to bring to your guests. If a tomato drops like mine, no one needs to know. Any questions? Oh my God, Shannon's here. Just jumped on. We'll watch later. Love the yellow crackers. I'm telling you, the yellow crackers. And yeah, see, pretty. You guys saw how quick we started at 1:30. 35 minutes. It would have been much quicker if I wasn't talking. You could put this together in about 15, 20 minutes if you're organized. And there you have it. You come out. The tomatoes seemed like a good idea. You might want to put them on after you don't pick up the board because then they're just going to keep falling and get messy. But otherwise, a beautiful, perfect spread. What else can you add to this? Olives, why not? What else would you guys add? Any other things you would add? Anything for the holidays? Let me think. I would always add a little nut. We have the pistachio nuts, but I love using Marcona almonds. I think that's it though. I think, you know what it is? If you're just whetting the appetite, Italians have mastered this. I'm going to end with this. I want you to look at the appetizer part of your meal as just an awakening. It's like a warm-up. If I make you push so hard at the warm-up, you kind of run out of energy. The warm-up is there to get you set. So is the appetizer. Italians will have a drink with this. It's called an aperitivo. Very common to have a glass of Prosecco, champagne, an Aperol Spritz, a Negroni, perhaps a little cocktail like a vodka or a rosé. And we do that mindfully. We don't drink without food. And this shouldn't overpower next week's meal. This would be perfect to serve before that. I should try a mushroom, right? How dare I talk to you guys? It's just a little hot. My God, it's so good. Make sure you have napkins for the mushroom part because your guests are going to be like dripping it all over your furniture, but it's delicious. But hear me out here. Don't go nuts on the appetizers because if you do, they're going to eat all the appetizers and then that meal that you worked really hard on, they're not going to eat. Appetizers and desserts should just complement the meal, not overpower it. So this is what I like to do. Otherwise, your guests are going to fill up and they're going to be so stuffed that they're going to leave feeling, we want them to leave satiated, wanting just a little bit more, not like full and like can't move. So you get to set the tone. You get to teach people that we're not compromising on flavor or beauty here and we'll still be fit because this food, all the good stuff. So I hope you make some of these recipes. Pamela wrote, if you don't have zucchini, what other vegetable would you substitute? Excellent question. I would do spinach. Spinach is the healthiest vegetable, by the way. Spinach would be a great choice. I would have diced some eggplant and tomato. That would be phenomenal with garlic. So good. You could even add some shallot if you have a shallot around. If you want it to be a little saltier, cut up some olives and add that in there. What else can you add? I mean, I'm going to ask you, what can't you add? You could even add more mushrooms if you want to make it extra mushroomy. There's nothing you can't do, Pamela, but make sure you really love those flavor combinations. Like spinach and ricotta is a dream. It really is. It's just so good. So much of pasta that you eat, like tortellini or cannelloni, and you get it stuffed, would be that filling. So I'm just basically taking something that people stuff pasta with and putting it in a mushroom. And a mushroom is a very healthy vegetable. Get mushrooms on your diet. Put a napkin underneath this so we don't ruin it. Wow. So good. I'm going to try to do this in a very glamorous way. Bon appetito, but it's hard because I have ricotta dripping. But this was so fun, guys. I hope you join me next week for our final Nutrition Kitchen holiday edition. In the new year, we will get into some recipes that will really sustain you after your workouts, salads, more protein plates, how to get your fridge in order. So I hope you enjoy the holiday edition. Thank you so much, Pamela. I will hang out for another minute if you have any questions while I stuff this mushroom, the stuffed mushroom in my beautiful mouth. And if you have any questions, you know I'm Gio. I'm always here to answer them. Buon appetito. There you go, Heather. So good. Any other questions? Preferably have a nice glass of wine because this is so good. The Pellegrino is not cutting it. We even have a Danke, which, am I saying that right? That's German. So good. I have a feeling that you guys will really love these recipes because they're easy. You can eat them anytime. And if you're curious what else I put on here, fresh sage. Why? I love fresh herbs. Look how they brighten up the plate. They also make the plate smell beautifully, and people can tear them off, add them to the ricotta, add them on top of their mushroom. So don't be afraid to use fresh herbs. This is fresh sage. I love using sage this time of year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you next week. Buon appetito, mangia bene, and until we meet again. Ciao. Yes, asparagus is fantastic, Pamela. Just make sure you dice it. Otherwise, it's going to be too hard because this is such a small little space. Thank you, Pamela.